Welcome Raiders to another RaidShadowLegends video, and in this one we're going to be looking at the new champion that's coming to Raid. I was pretty shocked. I was like, another champion from this faction, but hey man, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. First we had Noldua, right? There she is. Right, she came out, her and Solnar, right? Then we got Mabara, right? And now we're about to get another champion. So let's talk about this champion and give you my thoughts on Hagaba. Is it Hagaba? Hagabi? Or Hagiba? Hagaba, the Nest Maid. Now, let's look at her kit, right? Now, I always give my forehead thoughts on the champion if it's going to be worthy of building it out for PvP, PvE, if it's even worthy to book the champion. We don't know the base stats yet. We don't know anything else, but off rip, I saw HP 4 champion. I was like, hey, nice, And I thought HP burner. I was like, okay. Usually we get supports that usually burn, activators like Artak, things of that nature. But a Dark Elf, we need some more things in Dark Elves, honestly, which is probably why Plarium is giving us champions. But you could also argue, but Jade, the event's called Web of Corruption. So there's a lot of web-like characters in Dark Elves when you look at their background, right? All right, so let's look at the A1, Blast of Purification. Attacks one enemy. Zoom in a little bit. Whee! You know what I'm saying? And let me get all the other stuff off the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. All right, we got Blast Purification. Attack one enemy has 100%, 75% unbooked, but fully booked it is 100% with 3 books into it. Placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. Not bad, not bad. I mean, that's a guaranteed HP burn always. That kind of sounds like an Elenaro, but it's still resistible, right? They can still 3% it. All right, now let's see. Oh, she also gets a perfect veil for 1 turn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's look at the A2, Insidious Eruption. Let me just make myself just a little bit smaller. I feel like I'm a little too big. I am blocking too much. Put myself right over here real quick. All right, Insidious Eruption. It is the A2, attack all enemies. This is on a 4 turn, but it is bookable down to 3. There's 4 Lego books there. This says after it attacks, instantly detonates all bomb debuffs and activates 1 tick of all HP burn debuffs on all enemies. So basically 1 tick of AoE HP burn and all bomb debuffs instantly as well. That's pretty nice. Now some people have all poison explosion, right? All people have all bomb activation, all HP burn, all of it, usually 1 tick of all at one time as well. So that is pretty cool that we get something a little bit different. And then on top of that, we also get a guaranteed, if you fully book her, to 100% AoE leech, which that is interesting because now it seems like the leech is not going to be for her unless she has good multipliers on the A1 and the A2. Because you're not going to leech off a bomb and you're not going to really leech off an HP burn. Interesting. I guess we need to look deeper. Dang, she has another. Okay, her A3 larval consumption steals all buffs from all enemies. First, it doesn't say she attacks. It doesn't say she hits at all. So whoa, okay. That has a 75% chance of placing 2 bomb debuffs on all enemies that detonate after 2 turns. Give me a little bit of a Crawl's wall breaker here where you're not actually hitting, putting your bombs and hitting when you put it. You're only hitting on the A3, which puts the block active skills debuff, right? But the A2 just puts them on and then it gets like a, Terminator boost. Will place bomb debuffs that detonate after 1 turn instead against enemies. Okay, so basically, if she steals all your buffs and you don't have any buffs, you're gonna pretty much die. Because next turn, those bomb debuffs are gonna instantly activate and you're gonna take it instantly, kind of like a Lord Fajar, but you don't need crit. Hey, whoa, she's starting to look like quotations, easier way to get HP Bomber except for Commodus, right? So basically, hey, this is actually really good. So far, this is looking pretty nutty for most new to endgame players if you need something like the sword that this champion's bringing. That's 3 books there, and that is also 100% chance. Let's look at the passive. This champion is immune to HP burn and bomb debuffs and will not receive any damage from HP burn debuffs. Huh. But wait, if the champion is immune to HP burn and immune to bomb, how would she take not? Maybe there's like certain conditions where the burn has to be placed, like it's guaranteed, right? So then if, you know what? Maybe if you burn yourself, right? If she gets burnt, but every champion that says you get burnt usually heals you, like a Laz or someone, like, I wonder why that's there. That's interesting. Whenever an enemy tries to place a stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification, Fabian, on this champion, or increases the cooldown of all their skills. Increase the cooldown of their skills, comma, place a bomb debuff on that enemy that detonates after 1 turn. Fabian, these debuffs will ignore any block debuff buffs. Whoa. So it goes through Siphi. It goes through... Wow, so if Siphi sleeps me, she gets 1 free bomb. That's pretty good. That's a lot of bombs that can actually go out there. No cap. And if you're ignoring block debuffs buffs, you're pretty much guaranteed, unless if they're in, you know, unless they have super high resistance. It doesn't say it's unresistible, right? You can still resist it. And it doesn't say that it's, it doesn't say, unless the champion's immune to bomb debuffs, right? Increases all allies' HP in all battles by 30%. Dang, okay, she's gonna be tanky. We gotta see her stats. We gotta see her stats, but I'm liking her already. Yeah, she has the ability to bomb them, burn them, leech them, perfect veil herself, steal every buff from everyone as well. The only thing she doesn't do is put AoE HP burn. She only single target burns. So you'd have to bring someone like a full hit. Yeah, that's right. Like a full in Silverheart, you know? Yeah, Silverheart, the champion that we just went for. And there's a Titan event going for him. You can put the, you know, activate the A1 HP burn, spread it, put it taking all debuffs, including anything else she puts, right? And now you get AoE burns, AoE decreased defense, AoE block passives. And then on top of that, if you want next turn, put some bombs. Now, in terms of PvP, oh, and apparently the camera just went in and out. I hit a button too fast, my bad. I think she seems pretty good. I think she seems very, very interesting. She does definitely is going to be a great addition for this faction, because this faction needs burners. This faction needs bombers. I've been saying, bro, for the longest that the only plumber is this champion. And yes, it's unresistible, but like it only attacks 1 person. You don't get an AoE hit from it, you know? So you have to bring spread champions. Now you can spread and get even more bombs. So if you put two bomb debuffs on everyone and you spread that again, you can actually get 4 on everyone, which is pretty crazy. Now you might be like, but Jay, what about the Mercurium? Okay, first of all, that's another subject, okay? That's a whole other subject. Does she have a lot of multi-hits? Clearly she doesn't. We read the skill kit, right? But I think in terms of this faction for hard faction wars or faction wars in general, or Curse City, or anything you need her for, she seems pretty good. She's going to be a great addition, especially because she's an HP champion, okay? HP champions are usually a lot tankier, and we haven't seen her stats. What if she's going to be the 2nd res bomber in the game? I mean, technically, Cross Wallbreaker, I kept saying like he might be the 1st res bomber, but his res is only at 30. If she has like 50 or more, she could be the 1st res bomber in the game. Unfortunately, there's no counterattack on her. I think that's the only thing they missed, was giving her at least a counterattack buff. They can keep putting those burns. They can keep on trying to get like maybe some, you know, something else. But unfortunately, you have to steal someone's counterattack. So if they have champions from the same faction, right? If they have the new champion Barkos, you definitely want to take that away. You know, steal all those buffs. Hopefully, they don't have lightning cage, right? Or anything else of that sort, right? To protect it. But I think she's gonna be decent. She's not like anything game breaking. I think I like that passive a lot though. People don't realize that. You know, someone goes first, tries to lock you out with 9 quick Crixia or Fabian, you can actually, that bomb can actually give you the upper hand. If you're doing like 50% to 70% of someone's health like that, and they're not Mercurial, Carnage or someone else can take advantage of that and just easily make the game so much easier. Now it's a 3v4, right? So think about that when you think about the champion. I don't think the champion is bad or mid. I think she's pretty decent, but in terms of PvP, you have to have more of a setup for her, right? Overall, I think it's a really good champion. I'm definitely going to go for it. Hopefully it's not too hard. What do you guys think about this champion? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going for it? And if you're not, tell me why you're not. All right. Thank you, Raiders. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.